Chase Stevens!
That's Andy Douglas!
That's the Andrews!
What the hell are they doing here? Harris can't even believe it. The look on Harris' face tells the whole story.
What are they doing out here?
Andy...
Oh, he got the powder in the eyes!
Chase Stevens! Oh my God, still chasing!
What the hell? And the referee is
Hit and run!
now!
He put it right
what?
back. It's a natural!
What in the world? What are they doing out here?
We're here for you. We will do anything and everything for you.
You saw we did a little stormy shoulder.
Shoulders out. A little separation, I believe.
Chris Harris, you don't like him? We'll take him out.
Never had. He's a mid-carder.
He comes back, we'll beat him down.
Gatherings already took care of him. I like you, Sal.
Did you see me take him out with the cherry tonic?
And he used to call himself the natural.
No, we're the natural.
I got you.
I think he jumped in his truck and left.
That's the natural.
Oh,
what? Andy Douglas.
on!
A handful of powder. Come on. They just wrestled a match.
Every time you turn around, these jokers are coming in here.
Oh, it's always a
things up.
sneak attack with powder or chairs or trucks or who knows what else. Uh-oh. Hang on. Leon's got a chair. Whoa.
The only saving grace about it is they didn't get there in time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. About to make his way to the ring, representing the Naturals. This is Chase Stevens.
Don, for weeks we were under the impression, under the assumption that the Naturals were doing what they were doing, these sneak attacks, to try and impress Jeff Jarrett. And after hearing Jeff Jarrett give the pep talk to Chase Stevens earlier tonight to take out Chris Harris, I'm more convinced than ever.
Oh, absolutely. That was the plan. They've done it, and look at this. Now you've got Storm out for up to 6 weeks. But I'll tell you something. Yes, Chris Harris is mad he doesn't get a rematch.
And his opponent, representing America's Most Wanted, this is Wildcat Chris Harris.
One half of America's Most Wanted. You see the Wildcat coming down for one-on-one competition with revenge, with payback in mind. We just heard earlier from our broadcast colleague Scott Hudson that this man, Chris Harris's longtime tag team partner James Storm, is going to be on the shelf for possibly up to 6 weeks with that shoulder injury suffered at the hands of the Naturals. And tonight, it's the chance to do it for his partner, James Storm.
That's what I was going to say, Mike. Yes, he's upset he didn't get the rematch, but this is his chance. This is his chance to give back something with these guys. Remember the powder thrown in Harris's face and the chair shot he took. And again, like you mentioned, taking out his partner. Take it out right now. Don't worry about Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's not going to be out there tonight. You got to do what you got to do right here.
Quickly inverted atomic drop, and it appeared as if Harris was going to try and elevate him with a suplex, but Chase Stevens fights back, fires him off into the ropes, telegraphed the back body drop, and it cost him. Oh, I love this. This high vertical suplex where he just holds him up there for an eternity.
It's humiliating to Chase Stevens right there. No, he has no control whatsoever. As you see, Chris Harris sliding down.
Quick cover, quick pin attempt, and in addition to being humiliating, also with the flow of blood rushing to the head. It allows Chris Harris to follow up the advantage that he has. And desperation move by Stevens getting the boot up, but it paid off, and he comes back and drills him with a clothesline.
This is the first time we've seen Chase Stevens in singles action that I can even remember. This has got to be an advantage to Chris Harris. He had that match last week with Jeff Jarrett. I just think Chris Harris has the total advantage here, but sometimes your plans can go awry, and you can see that Chase Stevens is ready for him.
Off the snap suplex, Stevens goes for the cover, barely gets the 1 count, and then goes right back to attempting to choke to throttle Chris Harris. Stevens, big double sledge in the corner, 25 years of age, Chase Stevens, already 8 years as a pro, trained for the ring by Tracy Smothers, and in the corner trying to smother Harris, choking him, driving a series of right hands into the midsection.
Just letting it go right there, one after another. He's in total control of this match. It's just unbelievable. As he's just putting his neck right there on the ropes and taking the breath out of the Wildcat.
Of course, at the same time, you mentioned how it may be an advantage for Chris Harris to be in a singles matchup, coming off the very high-profile bout against Jeff Jarrett last week. But I mean, in the back of your mind, could there be possibly any letdown factor?
Here he goes! And the southpaw's right in the blows.
Caught him with the Thez press initially. Series of lefts to the side of the head. Doesn't look like there's any letdown problems now for Harris.
Well, you know what? It looked like there was early on in the match, Mike. It was a great point because he wasn't himself, but now he's just going to have to forget all that and get right in here in this match.
I mean, it would be the natural inclination, wouldn't it, to coming off of that main event, high-profile matchup against the world's heavyweight champion, then being put in this position in a singles match, full Nelson slam, follow cover,
He's got it.
far legs hooked, and he gets a 2 count.
I mean, he had Jeff Jarrett pinned twice last week, but you saw Kid Cash point right at that referee, wouldn't let him bring the hammer
Intimidation.
down. Wouldn't let him bring the hammer down. That's got to be tough on your psyche. Oh, nice kick there by Chase Stevens.
Leg lariat, follow cover, and another near fall.
Tell you what, whoever's been working with Chase on getting him prepared, of course, these guys know each other. They have a history, but...
Oh, they have a long-term history, but in tag team matchups primarily,
That's
Don.
right, not one-on-one. Here's the power of Chris Harris. Oh, man!
Running power slam!
Thought he had him. Got just a slight height and weight advantage right there, and he used it to his perfection. And again, he's got him again. Are we going to see a little catatonic?
Oh, yeah, going to wind him up? No. Blocked by Stevens, takes him up. Fireman's carry, where's he going to take him here?
Oh!
DVD, Death Valley driver.
He's got
one,
him.
2.
No!
We just talked about the familiarity
Yes.
of these two wrestlers, and amazingly enough, it was just at that point that Harris was going for the catatonic.
Something he's seen Harris do 1,000 times.
Something he's been on the receiving
Yes.
end many, many times. But he was there to block it. Now let's see if he can take it to the
Here
next
he
level.
goes. Oh.
Wow, way overshot the moonsault that time.
I'll tell you what, though, did you notice how Harris stayed there till the last moment? He set him up, and he speared him.
Caught him with the spear.
1, 2, he's got it. No!
Only 2, Don, only 2.
No way!
Frustration evident in the face of Chris Harris. Thought he caught him with the spear sufficiently enough to put him away and get the 3 count, but Stevens kicked out.
Here it goes. The catatonic. This time he connects.
No block for it this time. No counter.
It's done.
The winner of the match, Wildcat, Chris Harris.
That's the way you take care of business. That's the way you gain revenge and payback for the injury to his tag team partner, James Storm. James Storm on the shelf for 6 weeks with
Ladies
the...
and gentlemen,
What now?
the Director of Authority has ordered another match for Chris Harris, his opponent, Andy Douglas.
What in the world?
Vince Russo ordered this?
What's Russo thinking? I mean, Chris Harris just beat Chase Stevens. Now he's got to get... I mean, he doesn't even have his mind ready for this. I'm confused. Oh, no.
I mean, maybe this is Russo giving Chris Harris the chance to gain revenge on both members of the
Kind
Natural.
of like a gift. He's giving him a gift.
First
Hey,
Chase Stevens, and now Andy Douglas.
why not? Chris Harris has been in unbelievable battles. This is his chance, like you said. He ought to look at it that way, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to get his mindset set that way. That, hey, this is good. I get a chance to exact revenge on both of them right here and right now.
Right, turn that negative into a positive. Isn't
Yes,
that right, Don?
That's absolutely right, but I'll tell you right now, it's going all negative for Wildcat.
And of course, at the same time, though, you're talking about a fresh opponent.
Yes.
In Andy Douglas. While at the same time, Chris Harris has just been out here wrestling a match against Chase Stevens, and without being able to prepare.
And think about this too, Mike. Your mind is so elated. You've just defeated your opponent, and all you can think about is celebrating your victory. And before you even have a chance, you're just accosted, and you have another match. And you see Vince Russo looking on.
What do you think's going through his mind?
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I haven't known what's been going through his mind since this day started.
New NWA Director of Authority, Vince Russo, watching on very intently, very closely, as Chris Harris goes to the well and comes up with a great move, driving him face first, Bulldog style, face jam style, right down to the mat. But I don't know, is Chris spent?
Oh, he's gotta be. I mean, look at him. Look at his face. But I'll tell you what, this guy's got something inside him. This guy can reach down. We've seen him come from the brink of defeat. And, oh, wait a minute there. Chase Stevens is at ringside and just tossed the Wildcat. But he paid for it.
Left hand, first for Douglas, then another for Chase Stevens, takes him off the apron. Gonna try and go double arm. Oh, man! Double arm, implant DDT, the natural selection they call it, and it... No! I thought that was the move, and boy, doesn't that look tell a whole story?
Patty beat!
Andy Douglas can't believe that he didn't get a 3 count with that, and neither can I.
I can't either. Chris Harris has got something inside of it most people don't have. That desire to win that just overcomes everything, and he uses it. Here he goes!
Meeting the minds, pull up!
He's got it!
The winner of the match, Wildcat Chris Harris.
You gotta give it to Chris Harris. He's got the Warriors attitude. He's got the Warriors mentality.
Absolutely unbelievable. Wait a minute.
What's this now? Conference between Russo and Jeremy
Ladies and
Ford?
gentlemen, Direct of Authority Vince Russo has ordered yet another match for Wildcat Chris Harris.
What?
This time, Chris Harris versus the Naturals in a handicap match.
What is going on?
Oh, wait a minute.
What is going on? What is Vince Russo doing? Now, wait a minute. James Storm, you know he's mad. He is mad. He knows he's got to come out there and help.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what Russo said to James Storm, explaining the situation to him, obviously. Don, I don't know. Doesn't Russo understand that every move he makes is going to be scrutinized under the microscope?
Like you said, not just by you, but by everybody. By everybody involved. The board, the owners, the management. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
I mean, I guess it's part of some plan that he has. I mean, hey, think about it. Russo's always handled things in an unorthodox manner.
Did you just see
Yes, I saw it. Dual clothesline.
Where does he come up with it? How does he know how to reach down? But not only Storm is a ringside, but he's not doing anything. These are the guys that hurt Storm, and Storm's sitting there watching this.
He's got his arm in a sling, Don. He's got his shoulder injured. What's he going to do?
Oh, you try to help with one arm, I guess. But you know what? It's weird. Did it look like once Russo talked to him, it's like he understood.
It almost as if there was communication between the two. Who knows? What a situation for Chris Harris to be put in. Singles wins over Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. And then Russo puts him into this handicap match.
Here we go.
Stevens.
No,
just 2.
Think about what's going through the mind of the Wildcat here, Mike. He wins the match against Chase Stevens. He's elated. Then out of nowhere, he's got another match. But he somehow wins that. Twice he's done everything. And now a third. He's got to be confused. He's got to be thinking, even if I win here, what next?
And the Naturals now taking advantage of a situation where Chris Harris, what would you say, Don? He's been out here for probably 8-9 minutes nonstop, maybe longer?
About 12, 13, believe it or not. Time's just flying as we're watching this, and this guy is taking a beating right now.
Oh, cheap shot from the outside by Stevens.
Oh, look at
Referee
that. Oh, no.
Rudy Charles distracted by Andy Douglas in the ring.
As soon as Rudy Charles looks, Chase Stevens knows what to do. And then Storm just casually walked over, said something, and walked back.
Trying to encourage him. You see him pounding on the ring apron.
Oh, he's wore out. He spent.
Douglas drops the elbow across the chest. Quick follow-up pin. Too nonchalant that time. Didn't hook the leg. Didn't have good weight positioning on the pin attempt, and it came back to haunt Andy Douglas.
You got to also be thinking what's going through the minds of the Naturals. They've both been defeated, yet they keep getting another chance. It's like a gift to them. They got to be going, this is fantastic. We lose, but yeah, we can still take it to Chris Harris. Jeff Jarrett's got to love this part of it anyway.
Double back body drop. Followed cover by Stevens, and Harris kicks out at 2.
Mike, today, Chris Harris has shown some resilience that's just amazing. But how much more can he take? The numbers game is going to catch up here.
I mean, sooner or later, the gas tank has got to go to empty.
Yes.
The needle's going to be on E for Chris Harris at some point
right
here.
Now. He's on fumes right now. Look, and now they're taking the air out of him, pulling back the neck. I'll tell you one thing, though, we've learned. Chris Harris is one tough son of a gun. This guy has no quits. None.
James Storm.
You got to kill him out there.
Pounding on the ring apron. Trying to get the crowd at the Asylum behind Chris Harris. Chase Stevens to the top.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Didn't see it coming.
3/4 of the way across the ring and 2 in.
No. How did he do it?
I think it was a reflex motion. Had to be. Can we take another look at that, Keith? Any chance? Keith Mitchell in the truck. Can we roll the replay on that? What a move by Chase Stevens. Here it is.
Here it comes.
Look at how far. Oh, man.
Wildcat just walked right into it.
Caught him with the impact.
And he's going for another one.
This is Andy Douglas this time.
He went to the well one time too often, Mike.
Desperation left by Harris connects. But can Chris Harris dig down deep? Can Chris Harris get back up to his feet and mount any kind of an offense against the Naturals?
Oh, he's punch drunk, Mike.
Just when he does, just when it looks like he's going to get back up to that vertical base, he's cut off from behind by Douglas and driven right back down to the mat.
You mentioned it so earlier that he's just been relying on reflex. I think it's almost just been his body reacting, and now all of a sudden it's got to be hitting him. How much more do I have? How many more punches can I throw?
And the cheap shot in the corner, poking the eyes of Harris by Douglas. Measures him, drives the right hand in, and another shot to the side of the head. Fans here behind Chris Harris. Chanting.
Oh, he got him!
He came out of the corner that time, and he leveled Andy Douglas.
Think about this, Mike. When the Naturals get tired, all they got to do is tag into each other. Wildcat, Chris Harris has nowhere to go. No one to tag. He's alone. And there again. They're just methodically doing it to him now.
Systematically taking apart Chris Harris is what the Naturals are doing. Harris caught first Stevens with the boot. Elevates Douglas out to the floor, up and over the top.
He's even the odds, though, now. He's even the odds. If he can get over there, it's one-on-one in the ring.
Referee Rudy Charles puts in the count, but Chris Harris is in trouble. James Storm on the opposite side of the ring, cheering on his tag team partner, pounding on the apron, trying to get him fired up. Keep an eye on Andy Douglas. Douglas just picked up a steel chair.
What? Oh, I'll tell you what, though, senior official Rudy Charles wouldn't let him do it. But wait a minute. Chase Stevens is grabbed one.
Behind the back of the referee. Behind the back of the referee. Stevens has got the chair. James Storm in. James Storm.
Yes! It came through!
What a super kick.
Oh, there's no way Stevens gets up from that one. No way!
Count Rudy
This is
1.
done.
Count Rudy 2.
Yes!
The winner of the match, Wildcat, Chris Harris.
Tell me there's nothing else. Tell me this guy's done it. You can't ask him to do any more, Mike.
There's your winner. And what an effort. What a performance by Wildcat Chris Harris. Yes, with a little help from his friend, James Storm. The super kick into the steel chair takes down Stevens and allows Harris to do the unbelievable. Chris Harris did it. Let's preview the upcoming tag team match. Raven and Sabu against the Gathering.